It's one of the oldest and fiercest rivalries in sports, and we're bringing it to you live in tonight's exhibition edition of MLB The Show 19. My name's Tyler Williams, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. We've got action between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox up next. The starter tonight for the Boston Red Sox, Chris Sale. You have a look at his 2018 numbers. 27 starts, a 12-4 record. 2.11 ERA, 237 strikeouts, and 34 walks, and 158 innings pitched. Chris Sale joining the Red Sox on December 6, 2016, after the White Sox dealt him to these Red Sox. And as recently as a year ago, in 2019, he signed a massive 5-year, $145 million contract extension. And so he'll be here in Boston for years to come. The bad news for Red Sox fans, of course, on March 20th, 2020, the announcement was made that Chris Sale would undergo Tommy John surgery. So should we have the chance to play baseball here in 2020, Chris Sale will not be joining this Boston Red Sox team. He faces off against DJ LeMahieu to open up this ball game. LeMahieu in 2018 was a .276 hitter with 15 home runs and 62 RBIs. He's up in this count early on, 2-1. And the 2-1 offering misses outside, so that brings the count to 3-1. Well, of course, we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, this Red Sox-Yankees rivalry is one of the oldest and regarded as one of the best rivalries in sports, so we'll have facts and stories for you from that rivalry throughout history. Almost 120 years of history between these two teams. Their first meeting coming back in 1901. LeMahieu skies this one out to the right fielder Betts, who barely has to move and makes his way over to make the play. So one away for the Red Sox, or for the Yankees rather, and we'll have a chance to look at their lineup here. LeMahieu, you just saw fly out to right. Aaron Judge, the right fielder, will be batting second. Aaron Hicks batting third and center, and Gleyber Torres in the cleanup spot playing second. Giancarlo Stanton in left field and batting fifth. Gary Sanchez, the catcher, batting sixth. The shortstop, Didi Gregorius, batting seventh. Edwin Encarnacion, and then Gio Urshela rounding out this lineup for the Red Sox. And into the box, for the Yankees rather, into the box steps Aaron Judge.
Outside, that's a ball.
The 6'7", 282-pound right fielder. You see his numbers against Sale in his career. Just 3 hits off of him. He's up 1-0 to start off this at bat. Chris Sale falls behind 2-0, but he is a guy who can definitely throw strikes, as in 2019 he put up almost a strikeout and a half per inning for these Red Sox. Of course, Sale was the one to come in and close out the 2018 World Series for these Boston Red Sox against the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's going to strike out Aaron Judge here, and so there's now 2 away.
Batting third, the center fielder.
In that bottom of the ninth, the Game 5. Game 5 of the 2018 World Series at Dodger Stadium. Chris Sale would come in and strike out Justin Turner, Enrique Hernandez, and Manny Machado in order. He's going to square off now against Aaron Hicks, who in 2018, you saw the numbers there, .248 hitter with 27 home runs and 79 RBIs. This a Yankees lineup that is no stranger to the long ball. Eight of the 9 hitters in tonight's lineup for the Yankees hit 15 or more home runs in 2018. So look for the long ball from them tonight. For now, Chris Sale is going to strike out the center fielder Hicks. And so it'll be Betts, Devers, and Bogaerts up for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first when we come back. Take a look at tonight's starter for the Yankees, Masahiro Tanaka. In 2018, the Japanese right-hander in 27 starts had a 12-6 record with a 3.75 ERA, 159 strikeouts and 35 walks, and 156 innings pitched. And he'll square off against the 2018 American League MVP, right fielder Mookie Betts. He hit .346 with 32 home runs and 80 RBIs. Also had 30 stolen bases in 2018. Of course, in present day is now a member of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Traded there over the offseason. Tanaka's first offering is on the way, and it's going to be in there for a called strike one. Breaking ball at 87 miles an hour. A 1 on the way. Fouled off by Betts. So that trade, if you'll recall, with Betts was delayed by a week after the Red Sox had some concerns over one of the pieces. Betts is going to line this one out to left field. And Giancarlo Stanton will make the easy play. 1 away. And so we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Red Sox here. Mookie Betts out and right. Rafael Devers, the third baseman, batting second. Xander Bogaerts in the 3-hole and playing short. JD Martinez batting cleanup and has the DH honors tonight. Andrew Benintendi in left field, batting fifth. Mitch Moreland at first, batting sixth. Batting seventh and catching is Christian Vazquez. Dustin Pedroia, who missed most of 2018 and 2019 with injuries, playing second and batting eighth tonight. And Jackie Bradley Jr. rounding out this Red Sox lineup in center. And so we'll get a look here at Rafael Devers, the third baseman. He's down 0-1 to start this at bat off. And the 0-1 offering misses up and in, so it's 1-1. And Tanaka in 2019 had a little bit higher ERA than probably what he would have hoped, but his numbers throughout the rest of his line score stayed pretty consistent. In 32 appearances, he gave up 95 runs, 90 of them earned, walked 40, had 149 strikeouts, and had a 4.45 ERA with an 11-9 win-loss record. Counts even at 2-2. Devers trying to work his way on base. Payoff pitch is on the way, and it'll be grounded over the first baseman, LeMahieu, who will take a couple steps over to the first base bag. And now there's 2 away for the Red Sox. So throughout the evening, we'll be giving you some facts and stories from this storied rivalry between the Red Sox and the Yankees as Xander Bogaerts steps into the box and watches the first one go by for a ball. Aaron Boone, the Yankees manager, voicing his displeasure, as you can see. Thought that one caught the zone. The first meeting between these two teams coming back on April 26th, 1901 at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Of course, the Yankees back then were the Baltimore Orioles. They played in Baltimore for 2 seasons before moving to New York and becoming the Highlanders. That first meeting, in case you were curious, the Baltimore Orioles, known today as the New York Yankees, won that one against the Boston Americans 10-6. So the Yankees in 1913 officially becoming the Yankees. as we see Xander Bogaerts drawing the walk, and he'll make his way over to first base. And it'll bring up the power-hitting right-handed DH, J.D. Martinez, a .330 hitter in 2018 with 43 home runs and 130 RBIs.
Ball back outside.
He'll watch the first one go by for a ball. So the count's 1-0. Tanaka will throw over to first base, trying to keep the speedy Bogaerts close to first. He did have 8 steals in 2018. And he'll throw over again, just to keep him honest. And the 1-0 is finally on the way. Martinez will pull that one foul down the third base line. Brings the count even to 1-1. So the Red Sox in 1903 would go on to win the inaugural World Series.
Count is 2-1.
Of course, then known as the Boston Americans. In 1904, they would also clinch a World Series berth.
No, he's safe.
But the New York Giants refused to play the Americans in the World Series, as they claimed that the junior circuit, of course being the American League, was inferior, as this one's going to get past the catcher Sanchez, and Bogaerts will advance to second. The count's now 3-1, and that one's going to be scored a wild pitch. And now the Red Sox are within striking distance with a runner standing on second base. Martinez in 2019 also drove in 105 RBIs, so a chance to drive in one here in this exhibition ball game. He's going to watch the breaking ball go by, and now the count's full at 3-2. Three-two pitch on the way. Martinez is going to drive this one into left field. It'll get down in front of the left fielder, Judge. But Bogaerts is going to stay put at third, as Stanton, rather, I said Judge. It's actually Stanton out there in left. Stanton with a very impressive arm, and of course, it's only 310 out to the monster there in left. And so Bogaerts will have to stay put, runners at the corners, and that brings up the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi. He's going to sky the first pitch he sees over down the left field line. It's going to get foul. He had 21 stolen bases, as you can see, was a career high for him in 2018. Was also a .290 hitter with 16 home runs and 87 RBIs. Looks to push across the first run of the ball game for the Red Sox, and he's going to get it done here, as that one is driven past the first baseman, LeMahieu, who was covering over at first base with Martinez standing on. And so the Red Sox take an early 1-0 lead off the RBI single from Andrew Benintendi. And so there's now runners on first and second for the first baseman, Mitch Moreland, the former Texas Ranger. Tanaka already up to 22 pitches in this one with 2 away. And he's down in this count 2-0 now to Moreland, with his 23rd offering of the evening. The 2-0 offering is going to be a 94-mile-an-hour fastball in there for a strike in the upper half of the zone. Moreland swings and misses at the 85-mile-an-hour breaking ball on 2-1, and so now the count's even at 2-2. Red Sox now on the board, looking to extend the lead. And Moreland will put a charge into that one, but he's going to pull it foul. It'll be into the crowd and down the right field line. And this one hit on the ground over to the right side. It's going to get through the infield. The right fielder, Judge, comes up with that one and gets it in quickly. He'll hold the runners. And so nobody will score off the Mitch Moreland single with 2 away. And the Red Sox now rallying. The bases loaded with the catcher Christian Vasquez coming up. Vasquez, a 207 hitter in 2018. He looks to now extend this lead. He's going to drive this ball down the left field line. He gave it a good ride, but it's going to hook foul. And so it'll be nothing more than a long, loud strike number 1. Tanaka trying to work his way out of this jam. The 0-1 on the way. And it's going to be a blooper in front of the left fielder, Stanton. It'll get down. And the Red Sox now lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Bases are still loaded. And Christian Vasquez doing exactly what was asked of him. Didn't try to do too much. Got the pitch he wanted. And just dropped it in front of the left fielder, Stanton, who does a good job of getting it in quickly and keeping any more runs from scoring. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia. In 2018, as we mentioned, when we introduced the Red Sox lineup earlier in this inning, he missed most of 2018 and 2019 due to injuries. He only played in 3 games in 2018, posting a 91.091 batting average. And here he'll look to keep this rally going for the Red Sox. The first pitch misses to him, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball up and out of the zone. Tanaka really struggling to find his rhythm. The 1-0 on the way. And Pedroia will line that one foul and into the crowd. So the Red Sox stringing together 3 hits so far. And this one's going to be hit on the ground to the third baseman, Gio Urshela, who will throw on to the second baseman, Torres, and that'll do it. But not before the Red Sox post 2 on 3 hits and a walk. Torres, Stanton, and Sanchez will be up for the Yankees in the top of the second. We'll be back. Gleyber Torres, voted a 2018 American League All-Star. He'll step in and lead off for the Yankees here in the top of the second. A 271 hitter in 2018 with 24 home runs and 77 RBIs. He also stole 6 for the Yankees last year. He's going to put a charge into this one out to center field. The center fielder, Bradley Jr., is going to leap at the wall, but it'll be off of the wall, just out of reach of his glove. And so it'll be an easy stand-up double for Torres to lead off this second inning. And the Yankees looking to respond after the 2-run bottom of the first for the Red Sox. The very first pitch that Torres sees, thought that one might have had a shot, but off the wall. And an easy stand-up double. So that brings up Giancarlo Stanton, the former National League MVP. 266 hitter in 2018, 38 home runs, 100 RBIs. In 2019, of course, he only played in 18 games. He's going to drive this one on the ground to the shortstop. Bogarts, who will throw on to the first baseman, Moreland, and there's now 1 away. And Torres having to stay put at second base. We'll take a look at the Red Sox defensive alignment. Benintendi out in left. Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts in center and right. They're 2018 Gold Glove winners. Rafael Devers at third. Bogarts at short. Dustin Pedroia at second. Mitch Moreland at first. And, of course, your battery for these Red Sox this evening, Chris Sale on the mound, and Christian Vasquez behind the plate. Brings up Gary Sanchez, the catcher. Batting average likely not where he wanted it in 2018 with a 186 batting average, but he did have 18 home runs and 53 RBIs. So a few timely hits for these Yankees last year, and of course has that home run power in him from time to time. The 1-1 offering to him is going to be fouled off. The count's now 1-2. Payoff pitch on the way from Sale. And he'll get Sanchez to swing through the 81-mile-an-hour slider. There's now 2 away for the Yankees, and Chris Sale really likes to work that strikeout pitch. We mentioned all the strikeouts he had in 2018. We mentioned in 2019 he had 1.5 strikeouts per innings pitched, totaling 218 and 147 innings pitched in 2019. First pitch to the shortstop, Didi Gregorius, is going to be in there for a strike. Gregorius, a 268 hitter in 2018, 27 home runs, 86 RBIs. Counts now 0-2 very quickly in this at bat. The payoff pitch is on the way from Sale. It's going to be... Gregorius is going to check his swing there, but the 96-mile-an-hour fastball is in there, says our home plate umpire. So Sale will strike out Gregorius to retire the side, and the lead will stay where it's at. It's Red Sox 2-0 here at the end of the top of the second.
Leading off for the Red Sox,
Jackie Bradley Jr., the center fielder, will lead off for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the second. They're looking to add on to the momentum they created in the bottom of the first.
Ball 1, no strike.
And the first pitch to him is going to miss for a ball. You see the infield in a shift, as Bradley Jr. is primarily a pull hitter.
2 balls, no strike.
He's up in this count 2-0, but his numbers in 2018 posted a 234 batting average with 13 home runs and 59 RBIs. And as a threat on the base paths, he had 17 stolen bases in 2018. This one is going to be driven right back to the pitcher, Tanaka. It'll bounce off of him and stay on the mound as he'll recover
for the Red Sox,
and toss this one over to the first baseman, LeMahieu, for the first out. And you got to hope he's okay, as that one was a rocket right back at him. He'll walk that one off. You see that looks like it hit him off the drive leg there as he's working that right leg. But he's going to stay in this one, and Mookie Betts will stand in as we're back to the top of the Red Sox lineup. First pitch in this one misses inside for a ball. And so Fenway Park, of course, is the oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball. And the Yankees have a claim to history here in this ballpark, is back on April 24th, 1917. The Yankees paying a visit to Fenway Park to face off against the Red Sox. And their pitcher that day, George Mogridge, threw the first no-hitter both in Yankees history and also in Fenway Park history.
outside.
So the Yankees in this rivalry have bragging rights in that regard. The 2-2 is on the way to Mookie Betts. It'll be fouled off, out of play. And Betts is going to sky this one out to the right fielder, Judge. He'll settle underneath it in plenty of time.
Now batting.
And there's now 2 away here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second.
Devers.
Rafael Devers stands in. The first offering to him. He's going to check his swing and puts it in play. LeMahieu is going to make the easy grab as he reaches out, pulls that one in. And so it'll be an Encarnacion, Urshela, and LeMahieu up for the Yankees when we come back.
Leading off for the Yankees, the designated hitter.
Edwin Encarnacion, the DH.
Encarnacion.
A 3-time All-Star and the former Toronto Blue Jay. Stands in for the Yankees here in the top of the third. First offering to him is an 80-mile-an-hour slider that's in there for a strike. The infield shifting over to the left side. Scouting report, of course,
1-1.
that Encarnacion is primarily a pull hitter. Saw the Yankees shift over with Jackie Bradley Jr. last half inning. The shift becoming a staple in Major League Baseball over the last few years, and it works out for the Red Sox here as this one is pulled over down the third base line by Encarnacion, and Devers, the third baseman, fields it cleanly and throws over to Moreland for out number 1. Brings up the third baseman. Gio Urshela last year in 19 games, 2018 rather, in 19 games. He hit .233 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. He's going to sky this one over to the left side, and it'll get out of play. So the count stands at 0-1.
Yep, that ball went out.
0-1 offering, an 87-mile-an-hour breaking ball that misses. Brings the count even at 1-1.
Hey!
And so we mentioned earlier tonight that the Yankees and the Red Sox are one of the oldest rivalries in the history of not just baseball, but of sports. As Chris Sale is going to punch out another one here. LeMahieu watching the third strike go by. Now 2 away. Back in 1914, Babe Ruth began his career as a member of the Boston Red Sox. He played with Boston for 5 seasons. Until in 1919, he was traded to New York by the Red Sox. Owner Harry Frazee at the time became fed up with Babe Ruth as Ruth was threatening to hold out prior to the 1919 season, demanding a larger contract. And Frazee selling Ruth's contract to the Yankees for $100,000. And superstition, of course, being such a big part of sports, the transaction for Babe Ruth led to what is known today as the Curse of the Bambino. Red Sox won their 5th World Series in 1918, but would go 86 years without another World Series. Mitch Moreland fields the broken background ball off the bat of DJ LeMahieu and puts the tag on him to retire the side. And so the score will stay 2-0. Red Sox over the Yankees.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Xander Bogaerts will stand in to lead off this half of the inning for the Red Sox. In his first plate appearance, he walked and then came across to score. And the first pitch from Tanaka is going to miss.
Ball
An
one,
84-mile-an-hour breaking ball. And the count is now 1-0 to start off this half inning.
Aye.
One and one count. Tanaka's 45th offering of the evening is on the way. And it's going to be driven into center field by Bogaerts. It's going to split the gap but be cut off by the center fielder Hicks. And it's going to be a closer play than I thought, as Bogaerts has to slide in head first. The throw's a little bit offline back in from Hicks, as Bogaerts is in there with a single to lead off this half inning for the Red Sox. And so once again, the Red Sox are threatening, looking to extend the lead. Brings up J.D. Martinez. Of course, we talked about his power last half inning, knocking 43 home runs in 2018, and in 2019 he hit 36. And he is an RBI machine as well, so he'll look to extend the lead for the Red Sox here. You see his career numbers versus Tanaka, 9 for 20. It's a .450 average with 3 home runs. So he has had some career success. And this one will be chipped over to the first base side, but foul. So the count is 0-2. And this one is going to get past the catcher Sanchez. So for the second time tonight, a wild pitch from Tanaka as Bogaerts advances to third. And now there's a runner 90 feet away. And Martinez is going to tap this one up the middle. The second baseman, Gleyber Torres, will range over and make the jumping throw over to DJ LeMahieu for out number 1, but it's going to bring in Bogaerts from third. And now the Red Sox lead 3-0. So Andrew Benintendi stands in with the bases cleared. He singled in his first plate appearance and drove in Bogaerts. He'll watch the first pitch of this at bat go by for a ball. And that one is just barely going to be foul off the bat of Benintendi, bringing the count to 1-1. Line score so far tonight for Masahiro Tanaka, 2 1/3 innings pitched, as this one is going to be dropped in front of the left fielder Stanton off the bat of Benintendi. And I'll hold off on my line score from Tanaka there, as that's going to add another hit. So Tanaka has given up 5 hits now, walked 1, and of course allowed 3 runs, all of them earned.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
And Tanaka is struggling to find his command here in this half inning. Several balls thrown. He started off several hitters tonight with first pitch balls. And I think Moreland's eyes lit up on that one as he got a fastball with the 1-0 count, but he was way out in front of it. So the count's even at 1-1.
I got 2-1 the count.
88-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Misses outside. Counts 2-1. Andrew Benintendi standing on first.
Hey.
And the 2-1 offering is on the way from Tanaka. It's a breaking ball, swung on and missed by the former Ranger Moreland. Counts even at 2-2. And on the 91-mile-an-hour fastball, Tanaka's going to get Moreland to chase and punch him out for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Christian Vasquez.
That'll bring up the catcher, Christian Vasquez, who had an RBI single in his last plate appearance.
Nope.
One offering from Tanaka is going to be fouled off by the catcher Vasquez. And this one is hit on a rope to the shortstop Gregorius, and that'll retire the side. And so the Red Sox push one across. The lead now stands at 3-0. It'll be Judge, Hicks, and Torres up next for the Yankees. Aaron Judge struck out in his first plate appearance. He stands in now. As the Yankees look to get on the board here in this one, they're down 3-0. Chris Sale is rolling in this one. He's got 5 strikeouts and has only given up 1 hit. His first offering to Judge is going to be in there for a called strike. 82-mile-an-hour slider.
One.
And the Yankees, with a woeful decade in the 2010s, it was the first decade since 1910 to 1919. Apologies, since the 1920s. That the Yankees have not had a World Series appearance.
Aaron Hicks.
You can see there Judge lining out to the left fielder Benintendi. So there's one away. And this one, the first pitch that Aaron Hicks sees is going to be tapped on the ground in front of the pitcher Sale.
Second base.
And easily tossed over to Mitch Moreland at first base. And very quickly now, the Yankees have 2 away. So the 1-3 put out brings up the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. He doubled back in the second inning. And if you're just joining in, thank you so much for being here. We've got Exhibition Edition Baseball for you on MLB 19, MLB The Show 19, rather. And the Red Sox lead in this one 3-0. They've been able to string together a few hits in this one. Scoring 2 back in the bottom of the first and pushing across another run last half inning.
D-Rod.
And Chris Sale, so far in this one, is just rolling. 5 strikeouts, only 1 hit allowed. And the count is now 1-2 to Gleyber Torres. And he's going to punch out Torres here as the Red Sox retire the side in order. And It's still Boston 3, Yankees nothing. Well, we'll skip whatever Heidi Watney has to say as we start the bottom half of the 4th inning. Of course, I am Tyler Williams, your commentator this evening, and coming at you live tonight, computer versus computer exhibition baseball between the Yankees and Red Sox. I've turned down the commentator volume, so you get the pleasure of listening to my golden voice tonight. Thank you for being here. Dustin Pedroia will stand in to lead off the top of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th, rather, for the Red Sox. And the first offering to him is going to be outside. 82-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Counts 1-0. And the 1-0 offering will miss to Pedroia. So Dustin Pedroia, we mentioned, plagued by injuries in 2018 and 2019. He is still under contract with the Red Sox. And he taps this one on the ground to the third baseman. Gio Urshela, he'll throw over to DJ LeMahieu for the easy first out of the inning. Brings up Jackie Bradley Jr. First offering to him is in there, an 87-mile-an-hour breaking ball for a strike. The 0-1 offering on the way. It's tapped on the ground to the third base side. And Gio Urshela, the third baseman, who's playing closer to short in the shift, will make his way over, ranging to his right. Fields it cleanly and throws over to DJ LeMahieu at first. There are now 2 away. As we circle back around to the top of the order for the Red Sox, Mookie Betts standing into the box. He's 0 for 2. He's flied out to left and lined out to right. Here in this one. First offering to Betts is yet another first pitch breaking ball from Tanaka. That's in there for a strike. And the second pitch, Betts is going to try to hold off on, but our home plate umpire says he went, and the count's now 0-2. So Betts, of course, traded to the Dodgers this past offseason. The trade was initially delayed by a week. The Red Sox concerned about the health of Brusdar Graterol, the former Twins starting pitcher. And so the trade delayed a week, but then went through, with the Dodgers getting Betts, price, and cash considerations from the Red Sox. And then Brusdar Graterol, outfielder Luke Raley, and a 2020 competitive Round B draft pick from the Twins. As that one misses, it's now a full count here to Mookie Betts. The Red Sox got Alex Vertigo, Jeter Downs, and Connor Wong, all from the Dodgers. And then the Twins, out of the deal, got Kenta Maeda, Jair Camargo, and cash considerations from the Dodgers. David Price, also a piece in that trade. He was shipped off to the Dodgers. And what was really a blockbuster deal. Betts is going to line this one over to short. It'll take one hop, and the shortstop rather, Gregorius, will make the play and throw over to LeMahieu to retire the side. The Red Sox still lead this one 3-0. It'll be Stanton, Sanchez, and Gregorius when we come back. We'll skip Heidi Watney again, as now for the second straight half inning. She's on the screen but can't be heard. You get me instead. Giancarlo Stanton stands in the box. That closed stance. A bit of a rarity in Major League Baseball today. Most guys opting to go with that open stance. The first pitch to him is going to be a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that was really a gift of a location, but Stanton must have resolved to watch that one go by, as it's now 0-1. And he likely won't get another one like that to hit here in this at-bat. He was looking fastball on that pitch, and he got the 94-mile-an-hour fastball, but he was way out in front of that. Eyes lit up, much like Moreland's did a few innings ago.
That's a ball.
Counts even at 2-2. The payoff pitch is on the way from Sale. It's going to be swung on and missed. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees. And now Chris Sale
The catcher
has struck out 7 in this one. See the box score so far in this one. The Red Sox scoring in the first and third innings. They lead in this one 3-0. They've got 6 hits compared to the Yankees 1. So the Yankees really hoping to get something going in this one, as we're in the middle innings now. And Gary Sanchez stands in. He struck out in his first plate appearance. It's down 0-1 in this one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Chris Sale, of course, on the mound for the Red Sox. Back in that 2018 World Series.
Count 2-1.
He came in the 9th inning in Game 5. Played at Dodger Stadium. As Sanchez is going to lift this one out to left field, and that'll be well over the monster. And the Yankees are now on the board. It's 3-1 here in this one. He got the fastball on that one. See the exit velocity, as that one was smoked, 112 miles an hour off the bat. Hang time of 6.4 seconds. Guys, that one traveled 425 feet, and that was a no-doubter.
The batter, the shortstop, Gregorius.
Ball 1, no strike.
Didi Gregorius stands in, looking to follow up that home run off the bat of Gary Sanchez. Fouls that one off, brings the count even to 1-1. And so Chris Sale, well, I believe that's the only mistake for him tonight up to this point, as he struck out 7. And that's only the second hit he's allowed. Just missed his location there. And now the Yankees on the board as Gregorius watches that one go by. Counts even at 2-2. And he's going to swing and miss at the 79-mile-an-hour slider there.
Now batting, designated hitter.
And so an excellent response by Sale to the Gary Sanchez solo home run as he punches out Gregorius for his 8th strikeout of the evening. That brings Edwin Encarnacion up to the plate. He watches the first pitch go by. A little bit low for a ball. He grounded out in his first plate appearance, back in the 3rd inning.
One and one.
Breaking ball there from Sale up in the zone. Encarnacion must not have been looking for it because that was a gifted location. But instead the count's 1-1. Payoff pitch, fouled off by Encarnacion. And he's going to drive this one over to the left side of the infield into the shift. And it'll be caught by the shortstop Bogarts, but not before the Gary Sanchez home run puts the Yankees on the board in this one. It's now Red Sox 3, Yankees 1.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Third baseman Rafael Devers stands in here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They look to respond to the solo home run by Gary Sanchez. He'll lift this one out to left field, but the left fielder Stanton is able to get underneath it in plenty of time. He'll make the easy grab for out number 1. And so it's 1 pitch and 1 away for Tanaka here in the bottom of the 5th. After a rough start to this one, settling in. Hasn't allowed a hit since the bottom of the 3rd.
D-Rod.
Oh, 1 to Bogarts is fouled off to the back screen. Brings the count to 0-2. And the payoff pitch is on the way from Tanaka.
Oh, that's out.
It's a slider that misses outside. Trying to get him to chase, but Bogarts not biting on that one. And the 1-2 will be fouled off. Good location for the 2-strike pitch there. Off-speed pitch down, but Bogart's able to fight that one off, so the count stays where it's at. And now another payoff pitch is on the way. This time he'll get him. A changeup, 83 miles an hour. And that'll be the 2nd strikeout of the evening, issued by Tanaka. Get a look at the excellent at-bat from Bogarts there as he really made him work to get that one. A 6-pitch at-bat, but he's not able to get on board here. And so there's 2 away. Brings up the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Ball 1, no strike.
Counts 1-0. Pitch on the way. And it's driven by Martinez out into left center field. It's going to be off the monster. And the center fielder Hicks is going to make his way over and get that one back into the infield quickly. And Martinez is going to be forced to hold up at first. It'll be a long, loud single as that one hits off about halfway up the monster. And so the 2-out single brings up Andrew Benintendi, who is 2-2 with an RBI single in his own right tonight. Chad Green now up and throwing in the Yankees bullpen, with Tanaka up to 82 pitches in this one.
Count 1-0.
Mentioned earlier on in this broadcast, as you see Green and Conley up in the bullpen for the Yankees. Mentioned earlier on in this broadcast, Babe Ruth starting his career with the Red Sox, but traded to the Yankees for $100,000 in cash considerations. And that led to the curse of the Bambino, as it would be known. Red Sox went 86 years without winning a World Series, and then in 2004, they would go on to win the World Series. As Benintendi is going to show off a little bit of his consistency here with his third single of the evening. Martinez having to hold up for just a brief moment there, but he'll also get into second safely, as there will be no throw to second. And that brings up Mitch Moreland. So in 2004, the Yankees and Red Sox, well, we'll have to leave that thought there, as Moreland drives the first pitch he sees over to LeMahieu, who makes the grab, and so the two-out threat does not come to pass. Lead stays at 3-1. Red Sox, Urshela, LeMahieu, and Judge up next for the Yankees.
Leading off for the Yankees, the third baseman.
So Gio Urshela, a strikeout victim his last time up, will stand in. Of course, played in 19 games as a member of September call-ups in 2018. He was a staple in this Yankees lineup after Miguel Andujar had his season end, having surgery on a torn labrum in 2019. Urshela putting up a .288 batting average with 21 home runs and 74 RBIs. Excuse me, he had a .314 batting average in 2019. So the Yankees looking for somewhere to put Urshela in 2020, as he drives this one through the left side of the infield. Sneaks it past the shortstop Bogart's glove, and that'll be a single for Urshela to lead off this inning for the Yankees. It's only Sale's third hit allowed this evening. And so we're back to the top of the order. DJ LeMahieu standing in.
Ball that side.
That ball missing high, as you can see there, at about the letters. We're in the top of the sixth in this one. Red Sox lead 3-1. The Yankees' only run of the evening coming off of the Gary Sanchez solo home run back in the top of the fifth. And LeMahieu is going to break his bat for the second time tonight as he lifts this one over to the right side of the infield, and Pedroia will come on to make the grab.
Aaron Judge.
And there's now one away here in the top of the sixth. Brings up Aaron Judge. Mentioned it in his first at bat. He stands at 6'7", 282 pounds.
1-0.
Just his size alone can strike fear into the hearts of any pitcher on the mound. And he has the power to back up that frame.
Ball 2. 2-0.
27 home runs in 2018. He had 27 again in 2019.
Count 3-0.
And Chris Sale is going to fall behind in this count 3-0 with Aaron Hicks on deck. And if you're tuning in here in this top of the 6th inning, thank you for being here. My name's Tyler Williams. This is an exhibition edition, computer versus computer showdown here on MLB The Show 19 between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. As you can see on your screen, Red Sox lead 3-1. And Aaron Judge will swing and miss at the fastball from Sale. And that brings the count full at 3-2. Three-two on the way. Judge is going to swing and miss at that one. And so now Chris Sale has 9 strikeouts on the evening.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And with Gio Urshela standing on base, after his leadoff single, the Yankees now have 2 away in the top of the 6th. And they're running out of time. To try to close out on this lead. And the first pitch that Gleyber Torres sees is going to be driven, Aaron Hicks rather sees, is going to be driven back up the middle.
Now batting,
but the ball
Gleyber
back into the infield quickly as Bradley Jr. fields it and gets it back in. And now there's runners standing on first and second. And now Gleyber Torres will step into the box. He had a double back in the top of the 2nd. Led off that inning, and then Stanton, Sanchez, and Gregorius behind him would have failed to push him across. Stanton grounding out to the shortstop Bogarts, and then Sanchez and Gregorius going down on strikes. Torres is going to find himself behind in this count 0-2. And so 2 on, 2 out, and 2 strikes here in the top of the 6th. Deuce is wild. And Torres is going to lift this one out to left field, but Benintendi will settle underneath it and make the catch. That'll retire the side. So the Yankees squander an opportunity here in the top of the 6th to push a run across. It'll be Vasquez, Pedroia, and Bradley Jr. up next for the Red Sox.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Chad Green coming on for the Yankees. You get a look at his 2018 numbers: 63 appearances, an 8-3 record, and a 2.50 ERA. We'll get you some numbers from 2019 for him to give you a little bit of an updated snapshot on the numbers in his career. Again, for those who have not joined in on our previous broadcast, this is MLB The Show 19, so all of the stats that are preloaded onto the game are from the 2018 season. This game releasing back in March of 2019, prior to the 2019 season. So we'll keep you updated on all the stats for Chad Green in 2019 in just a moment. Out of the pen, his first 2 pitches are a strike and a ball respectively, and so the count's 1-1. And the 1-1 offering is going to be fouled off by the catcher Vasquez. And so Tanaka, in 5 innings pitched, gave up 6 hits, struck out 2, walked 1, and gave up 3 runs, all of them earned. Chad Green coming on, looking to keep this ball game where it's at. In 2019, Green made 54 appearances with a 4-4 record, had a 4.17 ERA, so a little bit of an off year for him after the 2.50 ERA he posted in 2018. He's going to get Vasquez to sky this one out to shallow left field. Stanton is underneath it. And he'll put it away for out number 1. 7-pitch at bat there.
Second baseman,
Ends in the F7 for Vasquez. Dustin Pedroia, 0-for-2 in this one. He'll stand in against Green, who gave up 10 home runs in 2019, walked 19. And all of that in 69 innings pitched. Ottavino among the pitchers up in the bullpen for the Yankees now.
2 balls, no strikes.
And the 1-0 pitch is going to miss low. A 96-mile-an-hour fastball. The count's now 2-0.
3-0.
And he'll fall an hour fastball that misses high this time. And so the count's 3-0. Maybe trying to pitch around Dustin Pedroia as the 3-0 will instead be in there for a strike. Three-one on the way. It'll miss outside, and Pedroia will take his base.
Now batting.
As now there's 1 on with 1 away. Chad Green issues his first walk and will now pitch from the stretch against Jackie Bradley Jr. First offering to him is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that's in there for a strike. And so we tried to bring this up a little earlier on, but the Yankees and the Red Sox met in the American League Championship Series in 2004 after 86 seasons of World Series woes for these Red Sox.
2 balls, 1 strike.
They would fall behind in the American League Championship Series 3-0 to the Yankees, and then come back to win the next 4 and clinch a World Series appearance.
1 strike.
In Game 7, it is the only time in the history of Major League Baseball that someone has come back to win a series after being down 3-0. Of course, in the World Series, they would face off against the St. Louis Cardinals,
Got a full count.
and they would sweep them in 4 games to win their first World Series in 86 years and end the curse of the Bambino. 3-2 on the way to Jackie Bradley Jr. is going to be swung on and missed. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball helped him out a little bit there, as that one was definitely inside.
The right fielder.
But instead,
Mookie.
it's going to be strike 3. And Chad Green now with his first strikeout out of the pen. Bradley goes down on strikes, so there's now 2 away. Mookie Betts stands in.
Ball 1, no strike.
0-for-3 on the night. Lined out in his first plate appearance. Flew out to judge the right fielder in the 2nd inning, and then in his last plate appearance back in the 4th inning, grounded out to the shortstop, Gregorius. Betts is going to put this one on the ground to the second baseman, Torres, who will flip it over to Gregorius, the shortstop. He'll step on second to retire the side, so the Red Sox still leading this one 3-1. It'll be Stanton, Sanchez, and Gregorius up next for the Yankees. And so we'll take a look at the line score again in this one. Of course, the Red Sox have not scored since back in the 3rd inning, but the Yankees getting on the board in the 5th off the Gary Sanchez solo shot over the Green Monster. And so Boston, 8 hits in this one. Yankees now have 4. And Stanton standing into the box as they look to get something going here against Sale, who, other than the Sanchez home run, has been virtually mistake-free in this one. Barnes and Brazier. The righties are up in the bullpen out there in right center field as Sale is up to 83 pitches. And the 1-0 is on the way. It's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball in there. On the inside corner. And the 85th offering from Sale is low. Brings the count to 2-1. And so 120 years of history between these two teams. As Stanton is going to put a charge into this one. There's no doubt about that one. That's going to be well over the Green Monster. And so Sale, for the second time tonight, has given up a solo home run. And this Red Sox lead is now cut down to 1 here in the top of the 7th. Chris Sale has been virtually mistake-free. That one out over the heart of the plate. And Stanton didn't miss it. He's a former National MVP, National League MVP for a reason, I should say, as that one cleared the billboard above the monster. And so Stanton brings the Yankees to within 1. And Sale will face off against the man who homered off of him the first time, Gary Sanchez. Count is 1-1 to him. He's going to drive this one out to the right side. The right fielder, Mookie Betts, will stand underneath it. After ranging over, he'll make the catch, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
And so Didi Gregorius now stands in.
Ball. Count 1-0.
Chris Sale. Still no walks in this one given up by him. One on the way. Gregorius will watch that one go by. A bit inside, says our home plate umpire. And the count's 2-1. Slider catches the plate. So the count's even at 2-2. And the 2-2 is going to be watched. I'm not sure what Gregorius was looking for there, as that one was right down the heart of the plate. And so he'll become the 10th strikeout victim of the night for Chris Sale. Brian Johnson now up in the bullpen for the Boston Red Sox. And this one is going to be driven out to left center field, but Jackie Bradley Jr. ranges over, makes the play on the run. And so that'll retire the side, but Giancarlo Stanton with the solo shot brings the Yankees to within 1 in this one. Red Sox now lead this one 3-2.
Your attention, please.
Tommy Conley coming on for the Yankees in this one. 24 appearances in 2018. Had a 6.56 ERA. Did strike out 30. And 23 1/3 innings pitched last season.
The third baseman, Rafael Devers.
No, that's down.
This one tapped on the ground. Right back to the pitcher, Tommy Conley. And thrown on to first. Thrown on to first for out number 1. Got a little bit tongue-tied there as Xander Bogaerts steps into the box. 1 for 2 with a double and has come across to scorch whites in this one. The Red Sox have watched their lead decrease from 3-0 to now 3-2 over the last couple of innings. And they're looking to put some insurance runs on the board and try to extend this lead once again. As Bogaerts takes a cut and misses on the breaking ball. Counts 1-1. Conley, a guy, as you can see on their screen there, a 99-mile-an-hour fastball that just does catch the outside corner. It's a guy who will overmatch you with that fastball if you let him. This one's going to be driven right back up the middle by Bogaerts, and he'll have his second hit of the evening. It's a single. And so now the Red Sox have one aboard with J.D. Martinez standing it. First pitch he sees this at bat is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Misses low, and you can see the leadoff that Bogaerts has over at first. He is a threat to steal, and he's going to go here. The throw into second base is going to be in time, says our second base umpire, and I don't know about that one. As it looked like Bogaerts was able to get in there, get his hand just underneath the tag. And I don't know if challenges are a thing in this game, as Alex Cora, you see there, this is prior to his firing. See him look on there, but he's going to decline to challenge that play. The count's now 3-0 to J.D. Martinez. And so there's 2 away after Bogaerts is caught stealing. Three-one count. Pitch on the way to Martinez. It's going to miss outside.
Now batting, the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Andrew Benintendi, 3 for 3 tonight with 3 singles and an RBI. Red Sox looking to rally here, trying to put some insurance runs on the board. And this time Benintendi is going to... He's seeing the ball well tonight as he puts a charge into that one, but this time Judge is barely going to have to move as he puts it away. Red Sox still leading this one 3-2.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Red Sox,
Matt Barnes on in relief
Matt.
for the Red Sox in 62 appearances. He was 6-4 with a 3.65 ERA and 191 strikeouts in 61 innings pitched.
Leading off for the Yankees,
He'll be tasked with taking on
Urshela.
Gio Urshela. And then back to the top of the order to face off against LeMahieu and Judge here in the top of the 8th. Get you the final line score for Chris Sale as the first pitch to Urshela here in the top of the 8th. Misses for a ball. Chris Sale, in 7 innings of work, gave up 5 hits, 2 home runs, but did strike out 10 and did not walk a single batter in this one. Counts now 2-1 to Gio Urshela. Matt Barnes, as the count now stands at 2-2. I'll get you some numbers from 2019. Had a 5-4 record with a 3.78 ERA and 70 appearances.
We got 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Did have 7 saves in 2019. And he walked 21 batters and struck out 61 in 55 2/3 innings of work in 2019. This one's going to be put on the ground. Bogarts fields it on a hop, throws over to Moreland at first, and there's now 1 away.
Next for the Yankees, the first baseman, TeeWill29.
So Urshela finds himself a ground out victim, as you saw the line score. They're for sale.
That's a ball.
And we're back to the top of the order for the Yankees in this one. They're down to their final 4 outs as they look to take the lead here in the top of the 8th. 2-0 offering from Barnes is on the way. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and they're about knee-high. And so the count now stands at 2-1. And the 2-1 offering misses outside. Aaron Judge on deck, as you see on your screen. So 120 years, almost, of history between these two teams. There have been 2,272 total meetings between the teams. And this one, lined down the first base line, but just out of the reach of the leaping first baseman, Mitch Moreland. Their first meeting coming back in 1901. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, and Barnes will strike out LeMahieu here. There's 2 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
And so 11 combined strikeouts for this Red Sox pitching staff here tonight. And so in stands Aaron Judge, who's looking to get this Yankees offense jump-started here, and if anyone could tie this ball game with a swing of the bat, it's Aaron Judge. Of course, anyone in this Yankees lineup could tie this ball game with one swing of the bat. Mentioned in 2018, no one in this starting lineup for the Yankees tonight hit fewer than 15 home runs, except for Gio Urshela, who was a member of September call-ups in 2018 and only played in 19 games, so he didn't have that chance. But Urshela in 2019 did hit 21 home runs, so this is a very high-powered, home run-reliant Yankees offense that we're seeing here tonight.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 0-2 pitch is a curveball that misses from Barnes. Judge didn't even have to think about that one. So the Yankees lead both the regular season series and the postseason series. They've won 1,216 games and lost 1,020 against the Red Sox. They have tied 14 times as Judge swings and misses at the ball in the dirt. And so the catcher, Christian Vasquez, throws over to Mitch Moreland. So score it. A strikeout with a 2-3 put out to end this inning. Red Sox still lead 3-2.
Leading off for the Red Sox, the first baseman,
Mitch Moreland stands in here in the bottom of the 8th as the Red Sox look to put some insurance runs on the board before they close this one out. Or I should say, before they look to close this one out here in the bottom of the 8th. Counts 0-1 to Moreland.
Ball, that count. got 2 balls, 1 strike.
That one, Moreland checks and does hold up, says our home plate umpire. Tommy Conley still on the mound for the Yankees in this one.
Aye.
And he gets the 97-mile-an-hour fastball over for a strike here to Moreland, and the count's even at 2-2. Moreland's going to swing and drive this one over to the right side, but it'll be into the crowd, a foul ball. That one missing, the count full. Christian Vasquez on deck.
Nope.
And this one will miss inside, and so Tommy Conley issues his first walk of the evening. Second walk of the evening, rather.
Up next for the Red Sox, the catcher, Christian.
Moreland stands on first with nobody out. Christian Vasquez stepping into the box. He's got a single on the night with an RBI. Lined out in his second plate appearance and flew out to the left fielder Stanton in his last plate appearance. First pitch on the way, misses. Off-speed pitch from Conley.
Oh, that's low.
Conley from the stretch here, and this at bat quickly finds himself down 2-0. We get a fastball in the upper 90s, over for a strike, and so the count's 2-1. Vasquez, of course, has been patient in his at bats tonight, drawing out a couple of those. Dustin Pedroia stands on deck. And Conley now is going to issue his second straight walk. And so there's runners on first and second with Dustin Pedroia making his way to the plate. He walked back in the 6th inning, but he may be looking to put something in play here, maybe in the gap, and try to score both of these runs in the bottom of the 8th. As you can see on your screen, Vasquez standing on first, Moreland on second. Neither one of those guys particularly speedy, but perhaps if Pedroia could get something in the gap, one or both of those runs could score. Aaron Boone signaling to the catcher Sanchez from the dugout. 1-1 on the way. It's going to miss, high and outside. These two franchises, very prestigious, historic, both have a culture and a history of winning. Of course, the Red Sox with that 86-year gap without a World Series is Conley. Boy, he's going to issue his third straight walk to open up this inning, and this does not fare well for keeping this lead where it's at, as the bases are now loaded for Jackie Bradley Jr., who, despite hitting ninth in this lineup, is no slouch. Before we tell you about his numbers, we'll look at Adam Ottavino. 75 appearances in 2018, 2.43 ERA, had 6 saves. And look at the numbers in the batting average column. 179 versus left-handed hitters and 142 versus right-handed hitters in 2019. And so Jackie Bradley Jr. stands into the box despite being 0 for 3 tonight. He drove in 59 runs in 2018, and in 2019 drove in 62. So not someone that the Red Sox mind having up in this situation despite his order in the lineup. Red Sox have the bases loaded with one away. Bradley is going to drive this one back up the middle. It'll get past the diving second baseman, Torres, and that'll score one as the Red Sox extend their lead to 4-2. And the Yankees pitching coach is going to come out to have a word with Ottavino, as now with the bases loaded and nobody out, there's one across. And if the Yankees want any shot of trying to at least tie this ball game up in the ninth, they're going to need to keep this lead right where it's at. But Mookie Betts is now stepping into the box. He's 0 for 4 tonight, but don't forget in 2018, he hit .346 with 32 home runs and 80 RBIs. So a very dangerous situation for Ottavino. Inherited a bad situation from Conley as he walked the first three hitters to open up this bottom half of the inning here. And Ottavino comes in and immediately gives up the single to Jackie Bradley Jr. And now has the tough task of trying to put away Mookie Betts. And here, Betts is going to pop this one up just outside of the infield, but the infield fly rule will be in effect
The third baseman, Rafael.
as the first baseman, LeMahieu, settles underneath it. And so it'll be an 0 for 5 night for the 2018 American League MVP. And that'll bring up the third baseman, switch hitting Rafael Devers. Bases loaded, one away. Red Sox looking to extend this 4-2 lead. And Ottavino is going to get the first pitch over for a strike. Zach Britton is up in the Yankees bullpen, the left-handed closer. Left-handed reliever, I should say. And the 0-1 is on the way from Ottavino. Counts 0-2 here to Devers. And he'll sky this one out to shallow right field. And it's going to actually drop in front of the right fielder, Judge. And a run will come across to score as Vasquez is able to score on that ball that just blooped in front of Judge. I thought that one was going to be an easy play. And it'll instead be a fielder's choice, as Judge is not able to get to that one in time, but he does get it into Gregorius. And they're able to get the force out at second. But not before. Well, yes, before. But the run does score for the Red Sox, so the lead now sits at 5-2. And Bogaerts stepping up to the plate. He is 2 for 3. A double and a single. He's come across to score twice. And he has walked in this one as well.
Nope. Ball one.
Counts 1-1.
Two balls, one strike.
Two-one pitch on the way from Ottavino. It's going to be fouled back to the screen by Bogaerts. And so both of these franchises, very prestigious, as we were saying earlier. The 1980s, the only decade where there was not a World Series appearance, or not a World Series victory by either team. The ground out is going to retire the side for the Red Sox, but not before they extend their lead to 5-2. It'll be Hicks, Torres, and Stanton to try to tie this one up in the top of the ninth when we come back.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Red Sox, number 44.
Brandon Workman will come on and try to close this one out. In 2018, he was 6-1 in 43 appearances with a 3.27 ERA. We'll get you some 2019 numbers here in just a moment.
The center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
He'll have the task of facing the heart of the order here in the top of the ninth. Aaron Hicks standing in. Watches the first pitch go by. For a strike, or for a ball rather. Brandon Workman trying to work a save here in the top of the ninth. He'll get Hicks to wave and miss at the 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Counts 2-1.
The count is 3-1.
And the 90-mile-an-hour fastball now misses low. And so the count's 3-1 with Gleyber Torres on deck. In 2019 in 73 appearances and 71 2/3 innings pitched. Brandon Workman walked 45, had 104 strikeouts. A 10-1 record, 16 saves for these Red Sox with a 1.88 ERA. He's going to strike out. Aaron Hicks here to lead off at the top of the ninth inning. And so combined, that makes 12 strikeouts for this Red Sox pitching staff.
Whoa, that's down.
Gleyber Torres into the box. Watch the first pitch go by for a ball that fouls off the 1-0 offering. And so the count's even at 1-1. He'll sky this one out into right field. Betts settles underneath it with plenty of time. And he'll make the routine catch. So the Yankees are down to their last hope here in this one. Red Sox leading 5-2, and Workman trying to close this one out. Giancarlo Stanton homered back in the top the top of the seventh inning. The first pitch he sees is going to be driven out to right field. Betts in front of the wall is going to reach up and make the grab, and that'll do it here tonight as the Red Sox clinch the victory. Final score 5-2. Brandon Workman gets the save. And the Red Sox take the victory over their rival, the New York Yankees. Get you some final numbers here in a moment, but you get a look at Chris Sale right there, taking the win tonight. Have to imagine he'll be our player of the game tonight. As you see the final line score. Boston, 5 runs, 10 hits. Yankees, 2 runs on 5 hits.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.
And as you can see, of course, Chris Sale will be
5 runs, 10 hits, no errors.
Our tops player of the game.
7
innings pitched, allowed 5 hits and 10 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, both of those coming on home runs off the bat. Off the bats of Gary Sanchez and Giancarlo Stanton. He did not walk a hitter in this one. Losing pitcher tonight, Masahiro Tanaka. In 5 innings of work, he gave up 3 runs and 8 hits. He did walk 1 and struck out 2. Brandon Workman, with the save tonight, came in out of the pen and struck out Aaron Hicks to lead off the top of the ninth, and then forced 2 flyouts to the right fielder, Mookie Betts, to close this one out. And so if you joined in at any point with us tonight, or if you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much for being here. If you made it this far in the broadcast, we're so grateful. And we hope you enjoyed tonight's exhibition edition of MLB The Show 19. My name's Tyler Williams. Red Sox take this one 5-2. And Chris Sale named our tops player of the game. We'll see you next time for another exhibition edition of MLB The Show 19. Thank you and good night.